What is going on, everybody? James with Tech Company here, and today I'm going to show you guys how you can fix Joy-Con drift. So the first thing we're going to want to do is actually remove the 4 screws on the back of the Joy-Con. Now, one thing to keep in mind when removing the screws out of the back of this Joy-Con is that they are easy to strip, so make sure you don't put a lot of force into it, because if you do strip the screw, you will not be able to open up your Joy-Con, and you won't be able to replace the thumbstick. Now, once you have all 4 screws out, take the blue pry tool that comes with the kit and start prying it open on the outside of the Joy-Con. So when you open it up, you're going to open it up inward towards where the rail is that you slide onto your Nintendo Switch, because there are 2 ribbon cables here on the inside that you don't want to actually rip out. Once that's done, all you have to do is pry out the battery. You might need to wiggle it around a little bit, only because there is adhesive holding the battery in on the top and bottom, but once that's done, all you have to do is lay the battery out to the side, and then you can get started on the next part. Once we move the battery out of the way, all we have to do is grab our Phillips head screwdriver and remove the 3 screws here on the back of this plastic covering in order to allow us to gain access to the thumbstick. So once that's done, we can finally actually remove the 2 screws that are holding in the thumbstick, and then pretty much once those 2 screws are taken out, we can take out the old one and get ready to put the new one in. Now, once we take out the old thumbstick, you actually notice there actually is a rubber black barrier right here. That is actually meant to keep any kind of dust and debris out of the Joy-Con. And to kind of protect us. So you want to actually leave that there, because that is what we'll be using for the new thumbstick once we put it in. So once you grab your new thumbstick, all we have to do is basically put it back in, put in the screws, and kind of reverse the process that we did to get to this point. Now, one thing I completely forgot to mention earlier is that in order to gain access to the screws to the original thumbstick, to take it out, you actually will need to remove the ribbon cable from the board that attaches the minus button to it. Now, one thing you need to make sure of before you start putting the ribbon cables back into the board is the black clamp on the connector of the board is actually flipped up in order to be able to slide the ribbon cable back in. Once the ribbon cable is inside, all you have to do is slide the clamp back down and you should be good to go. So once all the ribbon cables are put back in their place, just place this plastic covering back on, put the battery back in, and pretty much close up the Joy-Con and put the 4 screws in as well. Now, one thing I do highly recommend doing before putting those 4 screws in is actually testing out your Joy-Con, making sure there's no drift or any other kind of issues still continuing, because one thing you would hate to do is actually put the 4 screws in, just have to take them back out and repeat the whole process all over again. But basically, that's how you repair your Joy-Con drift issue. Hopefully this video was able to help you with any Joy-Con drift issues you may be experiencing. I will leave an affiliate link down in the description below, so you guys could check out the kit that I used in this video. As always, it's been James with Tech. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.